Well, this is a very different start to the show.
Yeah.
And this is because David's behaviour in the last episode was so bad that it ended a situation where we had lots and lots of complaints from people about David's bullying behaviour.
Nonsense!
David's bullying behaviour of Neil. And also...
Absolutely not.
And staff saying about how it wasn't true that they'd been consulted about the band, David and the antagonists, and it wasn't true.
I asked everyone but Neil.
But that wasn't true.
I asked you.
No, you didn't, you see. And this is the thing that's quite unpleasant. So you didn't do that. So that's all made up.
I wanted you on Cabasa.
No, you didn't. You didn't ask me. You didn't say anything about that. And if you had, I wouldn't have done it because this is a non-existent band that you were using for some reasons of your own. But basically, David is here because he's done wrong. And I'm here in my position as the boss of Tangle Smart to put him right.
One of the bosses.
No, I am the boss of Tangle Smart. You are definitely not the boss of Tangle Smart. And there's been people... No, you're not. And there's been... You are not. This is just your fantasy. This is your dream, but it's not real. Ewan didn't like it. He was quite disgusted with your behaviour. And he's not the only one. You know, there's been several people saying David can't be allowed to carry on like he was.
Yeah, they're all Judases. They've all turned their back on David and it's because I'm so successful. Where are you getting your intel from?
You need to correct your tone of voice, but I'm getting my intelligence from the staff and the students and the followers of your show. That's where.
Absolute nonsense.
You are a very rude little man.
I think you're a liar.
How dare you? You naughty puppet. You naughty puppet.
You don't call David a puppet.
I do call David a puppet when he's really naughty and needs putting in his place.
David is a man.
David is a very small puppet.
I've been around longer than a lot of you put together.
Oh, here we go again. So this is your fantasy. You know, you haven't. I remember you coming out of the box when you were a brand new puppet.
Nonsense. I was the pioneer of the sea shanty.
Oh, for goodness sake. Where'd you come out with all these nonsense things from? My goodness, no, you weren't. You weren't. You weren't the pioneer of anything. You haven't created anything apart from a lot of mess and unpleasantness.
It's tidy in here. I've been tidying all morning. Neil lives like a pig.
Neil does not live like a pig, and you need to just stop criticising Neil. And the bullying is the main issue that I have with your unpleasantness, actually. You really are a bully.
Neil's had his snout in some Marmite sandwiches.
Stop it. Why do you talk about him in that animal kind of way? His snout is not a pig. Stop it. Unpleasant. And the gaslighting as well, you know, that needs to stop as well. This thing where you make it out that Neil's doing something wrong and Neil's been the one that's shouting and loud and unpleasant when all the time it's, don't make that sound. I've noticed you doing that. That's unpleasant as well. Don't like it. What does it mean? Yeah, that. What does it mean?
I'm fed up with you all. This
You're
is
so
the
rude.
David show, and David will behave the way he wishes to. And if some people take issue with that, I'm sorry, but you know where the door is.
You are so wrong to talk to me like that. Do you know, it's in my power to actually give you your marching orders if I choose. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't. I'd stay exactly where I was.
So, no, you could be, I could have you out this door. I could say, that's it, David, no more shows. You're just too unpleasant. You won't accept that you've been wrong. You won't change your ways. You never do. When I ask you to, yeah, maybe for a couple of shows, and then you revert back to the nastiness. So why? Why'd you do it?
I've been on this planet so long, and maybe I'm stuck in my ways, but I'm honest, and I'm humble.
You're not humble, and you're not honest. You know, you're not speaking your truth. You're speaking a load of nonsense that you create. That's what you do. And you're not humble. You're the last person I would call humble. Well, not person. You're the last entity I would call humble.
I sense an air of jealousy. Yeah,
I'm jealous of you.
I think so.
Why would I be jealous of you?
Because you're always telling me off. And there's absolutely no basis for telling me off.
What about your
Just
bullying?
things you've heard.
Seen on the show with my own eyes, your bullying behaviour. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Neil's fine with it.
Neil's not fine with it, no.
It's all just a bit of fun.
For who? For David.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the people aren't enjoying watching that. I don't want to see you bullying. No, I don't. I want to see you being nice and funny and inventive and talking to people, getting out there and talking to our students and showing what we do. And you never do that. You just go on, like in a really unpleasant way. And sometimes it's quite repellent. What would you say about that?
Well, I don't really want to come across that way.
Well, you do, though. So how are you going to change?
I'm not sure I want to.
Well, you've got some choices, haven't you? You can change and be better and be more positive and more fun, or you can choose to stay like you are, but you won't be doing your shows.
But
Not putting unpleasantness out into the world, David. There's enough of it there without you adding to it.
I'm nearly on 300 shows. I wouldn't want it to be axed before I reach the magic milestone.
Right, well then you need to change your ways.
I got a contract with BBC.
No, you haven't. You have not got a contract with the BBC.
They wanted 7,000 episodes.
No, they didn't. This is like another one of your fantasies, designed to make you sound bigger than you are.
It's going to take me about 30 years at this rate. Maybe
Well,
longer.
Anyway, you're just distracting me. So how are you going to be able to do what I've asked? What are you going to change?
I can put my jacket back on.
Well, that may be a start, but then what are you going to change in your behaviour? Nobody likes to see somebody who's just being shouty and unpleasant and then has this tone. You've got a horrible tone of voice you use sometimes to Neil. You're even still smiling at me, aren't you? I can see it. You think it's funny, don't you?
I think Neil is actually partly, if not wholly, to blame for this whole situation.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He leaves the
Not.
place like a pigsty. It's always cold in here. He
It is
doesn't
cold
feed
in
me
here.
enough.
Not that you can digest food, given your puppet status.
I am not a puppet. I'm not even going to respond to any more taunts.
It's not a taunt. I'm actually just telling you what you are.
Well,
There's a string that comes out of your back.
there is not a string that comes out of... Well,
There is. There's a string.
I might have had the odd tapeworm. Yeah.
It's not a tapeworm. It's just a string that comes out of your back. You're a puppet. You're operated. Without Neil, there is no way that you can function. You can't be. You're not. You don't exist.
Well, I don't see Neil now.
Well, Neil's around. As far as you're concerned, Neil's omnipotent. Yeah, not you. Yeah, you rely on Neil. And I've said this to you so many times. It's like we're Groundhog Day, really, aren't we? Here we are, back where we always are, with me telling you that Neil is the person you rely on. You need to be nice to Neil. There you go, making that sound again. Makes
I'm
me
just
think.
bored of the whole thing.
What, of being a nice person?
Yeah.
You're bored of being nice, are you?
Yeah, it's too much hard work.
What would you like to do if you had it your way?
I just want to carry on as I am.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. So we've got a bit of a situation here. So I either need you to change or we stop the shows. It's as simple as that. We're not putting unpleasantness out into the world. We don't want people to feel that they have to complain. We want to spread sweetness and light. You can be so nice when you try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to think about it for me?
Yeah, think about it. I guess I could change.
Well, there we go then. And how are you going to change? What are you going to do?
I'll be nice to Neil.
Yeah. The tone of voice?
I'll try and speak nicely to everybody.
Yes, that would be good.
I could donate some money to charity.
But you won't because you haven't got any money.
Absolutely,
You haven't, and the charity would be something that you've made up to do with you, where you would be the beneficiary.
I took everything off Neil. He's destitute.
He's not destitute. No, he's not.
He's nothing.
He is no, he's a very big something.
Well, if he checks his bank account, he's in for a rude awakening, because I took the lot.
No, you didn't. Here you go.
Just like that.
But you didn't. This is another ridiculous thing. So let's just go back to the case in point. You're going to be nicer. You're going to stop shouting.
Yeah, I'll give Neil his money back.
Give Neil his... Well, OK. The money thing, if we have to say that. You can stop the photocopies, leaving things everywhere, you know, using up Neil's ink. And you can be more willing to be positive and upbeat on your show. How does that sound? Can you do that?
I know there's a concert coming up. I could run the security for it.
Well, you could promote it, which is part of your job. You could actually even tell people about the concert. That would be something. That would be a start.
Yeah, there's a concert next week.
And? Is that
Go! You should go!
Go. So tell them where the concert is.
It's in the hall.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
That's
yeah.
it. And it's very good. And it's in the evening, isn't it?
In the evening.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's one the week after as well, isn't there?
Yep. Theatre 41.
That's it. Thank you. So that's better. So you do know what's going on.
David and the antagonists might be performing.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I've got Rob on didgeridoo.
Oh, here we
And
go.
I've got Dougie Douglas on bass.
No, you haven't. They haven't signed up to be in a band with you.
Oh, they haven't responded yet.
No. It might be because you haven't actually asked them. That could be the problem. Anyway, David, let's kind of agree that you're going to make some changes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we'll-
make some changes.
Thank you. And we'll review it. And I will be watching your episodes carefully to see if this has happened, all right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's say goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, see you soon. Yeah. Love, David.
Love Sue.
Ah, David.